What up, party people? You're listening to the Drunk Sports Podcast with Big Red and IndyCar Tim. Talking sports, current events, guy stuff, and everything in between. Now open up a cold one and drink along, because here they are, Lance and Tim. Gentlemen.
You can buy me a drink.
We're all drunk.
Hello, and welcome to the next episode of the Drunk Sports Podcast. Drunk Sports Podcast. This is what we decided. This is a continuation of episode 2. So this is episode 2.1.
2.1 or 2.5, however we're going to.
We're trying to keep them short and break them up. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. We'll figure it out later, but that's what we're doing now. We just talked about the NFL odds for Super Bowl 54.
Yeah, that kind of drug
it out a little bit. Lauren, my wife, doesn't think the Patriots will even make the playoffs in 2020. And that is a shocking sports
She needs
opinion.
to have another Rice Krispie treat.
But she needs something because she's falling asleep right before our eyes. So we talked about that. We hope you listened to it. Please text in, Twitter in, because we're not live. I
love it when she twitters me.
You can reach us on Twitter. I am at IndyCar Tim. He is at Drunk Big Red. You can also Twitter the show. Is that a thing? Twitter, is that a verb? Twitter the show. Tweet. There it is. Tweet. Tweet the show at the Drunk Sports Podcast. We're also on, she just said she'd tweet my show. We're also on Facebook, facebook.com/.
She'd tweet my show if you weren't watching.
The Drunk Sports Podcast. And we have a brand new one-day-old Instagram account, The Drunk Sports Podcast. Everybody join, show up, email us.
I don't think Stacy's plugged in yet. Hang on just a second.
Let her plug herself into the empty bottle. We are also via email. She just hit herself almost in the eye. Good thing she's wearing glasses.
The Drunk Sports Podcast at gmail.com.
That's the one. So we had fun with pre-draft, free agency, NFL draft talk.
We did.
Chances for the Super Bowl. Now we're going to move on to our next favorite topic, which is the absolute most ridiculous thing going on in the world right now.
Let's talk
about Mike Trout
Let's
contract.
talk about a lot of damn money, son.
How much money is the Mike Trout contract?
Stupid money.
It's stupid money because it's stupid. I'm going to look at my wife right now. I'm going to ask her, what would you do with $432 million?
She can't even talk.
She shook her head.
And nothing fell out of her mouth.
I'm pretty sure she wants to buy drugs
with
that much money.
Which is pretty fucking amazing because that woman does not shake her head and nothing come out often.
So moving right along.
And she will block me on Facebook if I keep saying that.
She probably already has.
What you talking about, Willis?
So Mike Trout just famously signed a contract with his home team, the Anaheim Mighty Ducks of Angels, Anaheim, California, on the West Coast Baseball Club.
Or whatever they are.
/ baseball.
Yep.
Nobody knows what they're called anymore. For 12 years, I've heard $432 million. And,
over 12 seasons, yep.
I'm not a math major, but that's almost $500 million.
I'm not a math major.
If I'm not wrong.
It's apparent that I'm not a math major because I cannot do that fucking math.
Isn't that almost $500 million? Like, wouldn't $500 million be 500
I
million?
mean, yeah, you throw another 70 or plus million into it, and then, yeah, you're looking at $500 million.
That makes me want to poop my pants. I'm not going to lie.
That would buy a lot of beer for this podcast.
And that beer would be gone by episode 8. I'm just saying.
Miller Lite, baby.
But here's to you. So, some funny facts about the Mike Trout contract. Poor Bryce Harper, who had the MLB record for a contract for not even a month.
Not
even a month.
And Bryce Harper only thought that Mike Trout was going to come to Philly.
Yeah, so he famously signed with Philly, and then very publicly was
almost got in trouble about it.
Recruit. Why would a player get in trouble for that?
I don't know, but
I don't get it.
It almost happened. But then
He
they
very
finally cleared.
famously was recruiting Mike Trout, who, by the way, has another 2 years on his contract. Hey, bro. So, like, when you're free, come play in Philly, because this is where you're from. And it's way better than the L.A. Duck Angels of mighty hockey Anaheim, California, West Coast. Or whatever the team is that you play on now. And that was kind of a big deal in social media.
Peanut crowd, the peanut gallery is getting real loud
They
right
are.
now.
Are they shushing us?
Yes, maybe they need to go back in the living room.
I think they're shushing us.
They need to go back into Studio 68 so
Yeah.
they can do me and let me old.
They need to go do each other while we finish out here. They can
Something,
finish each other while we
please.
finish out here. Hey, did you hear from Amanda? Amanda never texted you?
Amanda Hug and
Can you
Kiss.
text her right now?
Hey, Amanda Hug and Kiss. Maybe
This is
inside.
live coverage of my wife texting her friend who's really hot that was supposed to come hang out with us tonight.
All right,
So I
so
was just told to stop. So Mike Trout, $430 million, 12 years. He's 27 years old.
dumb money.
There's no question he is the best player in all of baseball. But does he deserve $430 million?
I think I brought this up to you in casual conversation earlier that
And we do have
if-
casual conversation.
we were both talking about how stupid the money is. And I don't remember I don't know what his current contract is. But if somebody were to offer you a 200% raise,
I want to say $33 million a year is what he's already making.
if someone were to offer you a 200% raise, would you stay chasing cars the way you do?
That's a good question.
Don't even think about it, son, because you know you would.
I don't know.
Dude, I would shovel horse shit for a 200%
Does the
raise.
current company that I work with have a shot in hell in the next 20 years of winning a World Series?
We're
Because
not-
his doesn't.
We're not playing for a World Series.
Well, you asked if I would stay with my existing company, and if my company's not going to win a World Series, I'm not re-signing.
Then for a 200% raise,
I would rather go get a 150% raise from somebody that's going to be
I
the
would
best at what I
continue
do.
driving as far as I drive every day to 35 and Mockingbird every day
That's a long
for a
drive.
200%
It's
raise.
quite a drive
Absolutely.
from where we are. We're in practically North
There's your
Dakota.
another shot, by the way.
Absolutely.
There's another one.
It's a ridiculous amount of money. No one thinks that he's worth it, I don't think. Everyone says that
Who doesn't think he's not worth it? Dude,
No, he's worth being paid the most money in Major League
he,
Baseball.
he is the
I don't
best.
dispute that.
He is the best baseball player.
He is the
in game.
best player at baseball. He baseballs better
He
than
baseballs
anyone.
better than anybody.
His baseballs are bigger and better than anyone else's baseballs in the major leagues.
Have you seen?
There's no
Have you
dispute.
seen his girlfriend or his wife or his fiance or whatever?
Does
she
he
is?
have one? I thought he was dating Dave Chappelle.
Does it matter?
Was that a thing?
I mean, Dave Chappelle would be hot if I was making $430 million.
That is a skinny little black man.
But he's funny.
Is he?
Yes, he is.
That's a show for
Have you
another
seen
day.
his Netflix shit? It's pretty damn funny.
Eh,
It is
meh.
pretty funny. Anyway, so we digress.
The producer says we need to rein it in, apparently.
Well, the producer she's on a very limited budget, so she doesn't really matter.
So
yet.
we have some funny tidbits and some funny things about the contract of Mike Trout.
Yes.
To put it all into perspective for everyone,
Let's-
including the peanut gallery that's here, you guys should appreciate this.
Let's
Because I think you left for pizza when we talked about this
Right.
before.
and taco.
Well, you left for pizza. You showed up with tacos and egg rolls.
Hey, you know what? He doesn't like a taco.
I do love a good taco. I'm not going to lie.
Even those
You know what's better than one taco?
2,
2 tacos.
20,
And you know what's in front of us right now?
2 tacos.
2 tacos.
So
2 very tired tacos.
2 very tired tacos are ready for us to close this shit down. But
All right, Mike Trout.
Mike Trout.
Better
Mike
than
Trout
Tim Salmon.
making stupid money. So let's talk about how stupid this money is. I've done a little research on Twitter and Sports Illustrated and where it may come from. Jason Sobel tweets, Mike Trout's reported $430 million extension is more than the combined career PGA Tour earnings of Tiger, Phil, VJ, Captain America Jim Furyk, and Dustin Johnson.
All of them.
All top 5.
Career.
The all-time money list.
How ridiculous is that?
It's dumb money.
Those are good golfers, and they've been around for a long time, and they earn a lot of money.
And yes, but again, we are talking about earnings, not the money that Tiger has made on the side or anything else.
No, earnings.
And
but still.
right. What they have earned, and it's just dumb money. Then we get into the business aspect of it. Bloomberg tweeted out at $430 million. Mike Trout's reported contract extension is worth more than the most valuable MLS teams per Forbes.
Talking soccer.
Talking soccer, not a sport, only an activity.
It's an activity, not a sport, but we get it.
Yeah, per my co-host Tim. Atlanta United at 330, LA Galaxy at 320, Seattle at 310. LA at $305 million and Toronto at $290 million. That's dumb.
That is
money.
insane.
It's crazy.
Those are stupid numbers.
Then Mario Tribiasi tweeted out Mike Trout's $430 million extension is worth equal to or more than the value of 8 NHL franchises. I mean, goes all the way from Colorado, Nashville, Carolina, Winnipeg, Buffalo.
Some of those are cup contending teams, too, by the way.
Yeah, the Carolina.
They're not bottom dwellers.
Blue Jackets, Florida, Arizona, all just top contending. Not all top contending teams, but some are. And we will have to have Mr. Spittle on one day to clarify.
The Hockey Hawk.
The Hockey Hawk.
We'll be on a Talk Hockey with us shortly. Not today, but at some point.
Then the great Mr. Peter Bott. He is a New York free agent sports writer, kind of a guy off the cuff, like we are, just trying to make a dime. Trout's $430 million is more money than Catfish Hunter. We're talking about fishing now. Catfish Hunter, Kevin Bass, Benji Gill, Tim Salmon, and Mike Carp
Fishing is a sport.
ever made combined.
In their careers.
Absolutely. In their careers. And absolutely it's a sport because it is now a Texas high school sport.
Didn't Fox broadcast professional bass fishing for a while?
They do. They still do. But now Texas has high school fishing teams.
Braswell High School have a bass fishing team, but they don't have a hockey team.
My good buddy, John Henderson is a big backer of the Sanger high school fishing team.
My wife just busted her lip on an empty whiskey bottle.
I hope she did.
And her boobs launched the bottle into her mouth. I hope to God that's not the last time I say that tonight.
Woohoo! So this is the one that gets really stupid for me.
Mike Trout contract talk.
Mike Trout contract talk. If Mike Trout were a country, a standalone
Troutiscan,
sovereign country, he would fall at 182 in the list of all countries' GDP with his new contract.
by himself.
Right below Tonga and right above Micronesia.
We love the Tongans and we love the Micronesians.
Mike Trout needs his own flag
Didn't the Micronesians
emoji.
invent the Force? They're the ones that...
He needs his own emoji. Mike Trout needs his own emoji. It's dumb.
He needs to hire me as a wife.
Well,
So Mike Trout has...
if he hires you as his new wife, then I will have a fifth.
Would you like to explain that statement?
No, it will not.
We'll get into that later. So Mike Trout has a lot of money. Or he's going to
Mike
have a
Trout's
lot of
got
money.
dumb money. Now, if we want to talk about a world power team, think about a baseball world power team.
Super team?
Super team.
Like the old Miami Heat, the Golden State Warriors.
Like Kevin Durant went
those
off.
idiots.
You know, a super team. Mike Trout Bryce Harper, Manny Machado, and Nolan Arenado.
Should have been a Ranger.
If you combine their contracts, that's $1.32 billion in money.
What's our deficit? Touch your deficit right now.
The Tampa Bay Devil Rays, in their history of their franchise, in 21 years, have paid out, you ready for this? A grand total of $1.01 billion. That's all the money they've ever paid out.
So that's $1 billion, basically.
$1 billion.
In their history.
In their history.
All salaries. All players, all salaries.
Those 4 guys are worth, right now, $1.32 billion on their current contracts.
That makes me want to throw up in my mouth a little bit.
I think I just did.
And this is what I'm saying. I'm not saying that Mike Trout does not deserve the most money of any Major League Baseball player, because he clearly does. He deserves more money than Bryce Harper. He deserves more money than Joey Gallo.
Is he a better all-around baseball player than Bryce Harper? Yes, he is the
best player in the major leagues.
He is a far better all-around.
And it's not close.
No, it's not.
But does he deserve 12 years at $430 million?
Is Bryce Harper going to get him on the Phillies now?
Nope.
Absolutely
not for another 12 years.
That's pretty.
Bryce Harper won't even be in the league in 12 years.
Well, but Bryce Harper will still be drawing money because I think
he'll be getting paid because it's all guaranteed. Thank you, MLB.
Yeah, it's like what? In his contract, like 13 years?
At least.
Yeah, Bryce Harper's getting 12
but it's all
years
guaranteed.
and
It's
more
Major
money.
League Baseball. It doesn't matter.
Right. It's all guaranteed money.
So I broke it down a little bit different than you did.
And this is going to make you sick, folks.
Yeah, this is the part that's going to be interesting for us hard-working folks. So I broke it down, Mike Trout's 12-year, $430 million contract. And we'll start at the largest number and work down. So it's a 162-game season for baseball. Mike Trout makes...
Whether he plays or not.
And he doesn't play every day. So some days he gets paid to sit there with his feet up on the bench, high-fiving his teammates as they strike out when they walk back to the dugout because they ain't hitting home runs in Anaheim. So over a 162-game season, Mike Trout makes $222,000 per game. $222,000 to show up at the ballpark, whether he plays or not. And we can break it down even more. So obviously the next stats are estimated based on his career, because we're talking about per at bat, per hit, per home run, per RBI.
Right.
But they extrapolated this out. So per at bat, just for walking up to the plate and striking out, regardless of what happens, he makes $61,000 just to walk up to the plate.
Up to the rubber plate.
A typical amount of at-bats in baseball is 4 at-bats per game. So there you go. It breaks it down to $61,000. So what about when he gets a hit?
That is a long walk from the dugout to the plate.
He's a good hitter. He's got a high average. He's the best player in Major League Baseball. How much does he deserve per hit? How about
give it to me?
$199,000 every time he hits a baseball in the field of play and gets to advance a base.
Does he have to score a run to do that?
Nope, no. That's not a run. Nope. That's just a hit.
Nope, that's not a run scored. That's
it's
making contact, and getting on base. Thank you, Stacy, for that interjection.
But let's talk about scores. Every time he scores an RBI, that means he hits the ball. For those of you who don't watch baseball, and for the ladies in the room, he hits the ball with a man on base, and the man on base scores. That's called a run batted in. An RBI. Plural could either be RBIs or is it RSBI? That's a debate for another day.
Yes, absolutely.
So he makes $364,000 every time he bats a runner.
Bats a runner?
Bats a runner. That means he hits somebody. He hits a hit, and you know what bats a runner means. I didn't just make that up, did I?
I think you just did.
All right, well, now, hey, Tim Kirkagen's going to pick it up, and it's going to be a thing. So what about stolen bases? Mike Trout's a fast runner. He steals a lot of bases.
What's his motivation for stealing bases?
Because he makes $1.2 million every time he steals a base.
So and that something else that we talked about in previous discussions. Did we ever figure out what it would be if Ricky Henderson if we figured out all the money that Ricky Henderson made in his life, the stolen base champion, what he would have made? Per
So his
stolen base?
total cumulative salary over the entire career,
Yeah,
and how many stolen bases he had.
With like $1.50,
We have not done that. And I could do that on my laptop, like right now, but
a beer 32, but my internet's so slow. I'm sorry.
no, we can do that.
No, we're not
We're gonna have to vamp, though.
We're not gonna, no, we're just keep going.
So, okay, now let's break it down per month, week, day, hour, and minute for Mike Trout on his 12-year,
You're depressing the shit out of me.
$432 million. All right? How about a month? Lauren Ham, how would you like to make $3 million a month over the next 12 years? What?
Yeah.
You'll get naked? You just said I'll get naked?
That's the only way I could possibly make that much money.
As if you got naked? Well, I'll pay you $12 right now to get naked.
Let's go home.
And she said no. So
Just
there's where we're at.
$12 an hour tops, and that's, I got like
$3 million a month is what Mike Trout's going to make over the
30
next 12 years.
I got about 30 minutes is all I got. of that
So what about a week? Got any ideas about how much every 7 days?
I can't do that math, but it's a lot.
$692,000 a week. How many things do you think he could rent from Rent-A-Center on weekly pay for $692,000? That's like 8 laptops, right?
He would own cons.
That's like 8 laptops.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe a MacBook, a dishwasher. Maybe he wants a flat screen TV. Do they make those
maybe
still?
we get the matching dryer.
No, he can't afford. Nobody can afford that. How about per day? How about $99,000 per day
Just for breathing.
just for waking up?
Just for waking up.
He wakes up, makes $99,000.
You think his wife wakes him up, or
You're
does
gonna
he wake him
smile
up?
and make some coffee for $99,000?
You think his wife would wake him up and make him a pot of coffee? Maybe
My
make
wife
him a
would.
sandwich for $99,000 a day?
My wife would make me 2 sandwiches for $99,000.
I would order you a
$9 or $9,000?
Well, I mean, Stacy wouldn't make me a sandwich, but she might order me a sandwich. Like,
Jimmy John's.
like Uber Eats.
Jimmy John's.
Uber Eats
Not a
would
sponsor.
No, Uber Eats isn't either, but she would order one.
How about an hour?
I don't do enough work in an hour.
$4,100 an hour is what Mike Trout's going to make over the next 12 years. Every hour, he makes $4,100. So we would have just made $4,100 over these last 2 episodes.
I can't breathe that long.
But it's even worse.
Please make it worse.
How about per minute?
Make me get
Every 60 seconds
make me get even deeper
Somebody
into my depression medication, please.
is giving Mike Trout $68 every minute for the next 12 years.
I think I'm gonna throw up in my mouth.
Well, I hope it's your mouth.
Well, if Stacy gets any closer, it's gonna be in her mouth too.
Well, there's dogs here too.
Well,
So Mike Trout's going to be a very rich man over the next 12 years. Is it worth it? Only time will tell. The Angels do not have a historically good playoff run other than the one World Series. What was that, 02?
somewhere around there.
When they had terrible uniforms and Tim Salmon playing on the team.
Tim Salmon, another fish man.
Ranger killer.
Absolutely.
So that's our Mike Trout talk. It's disgusting. It's disturbing. And someday I will make $430 million doing this podcast. We will sell this.
I somehow doubt that.
Somebody call Jerry.
But please get Jerry to
Get
sign
Jerry
us
or
on.
Cuban on the phone right now and make them pay for this. All right, so this has been episode 2.1. Is that what we decided?
Yeah, 2.1.
Of the Drunk Sports
2.5.
Podcast. We try to break it up so they're not so long. We have many other topics. We didn't even get into Ranger starting rotation.
Because Tim's so damn long-winded.
Because I'm so long-winded, so we'll discuss that maybe next time. Or the season's about to start. We need to talk some Rangers. They've got a good starting rotation if everybody stays healthy.
We might have a contact. Help us with
We
a little
might.
bit of
We
Rangers.
just might. Someone that used to be a
Maybe.
Ranger who might join us.
We might have a
For
little
that
contact there. We might have a little
I
contact.
think you might have just given it away.
Maybe not. I mean, Coach Ballsack may show up and give us a little inspirational speech.
We can only hope.
We can only hope.
So we'll talk some Rangers. I've got some deep thoughts on starting rotation on the bullpen, the infield, and the outfield, and Willie Calhoun, by the way. What a
As he
meltdown
stares at
he is.
himself in the fucking mirror and gives.
Thanks for
deep
joining the Drunk Sports Podcast. We're going to ask our good friend Ben Rogers to take it away for us. But again, you can contact us on Twitter. I am at IndyCarTim. He is at DrunkBigRed. We also have a show Twitter account at the Drunk Sports Podcast. Oh, wait, that wasn't it. That was what I tried. It was called at the DSPDFW, which is
correct.
Unstable and confusing.
I believe so.
It might be easier to contact us other ways.
Yeah, or email us at the Drunk Sport. Yep, that and
the Drunk Sports Podcast at
gmail.com. Yes,
or on Facebook, facebook.com/the Drunk Sports Podcast.
and you can always find us on the Tolo page on Facebook.
Yep, the 105.3 The Fan Tolo page. If you're a member there,
We're always raising hell there.
Always raising hell there, and my wife is the biggest one raising hell there. But you can talk to us there.
She tries to moderate.
We're gonna shut it down. 25 minutes into this episode. Hopefully, this is what it's gonna be from now on. We will talk to you guys later. We appreciate it. Thank you, Lance. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you. What was your name? Lauren. Lauren, my wife. Thank you, Lauren.
Still Lauren.
Still Lauren.
Thor and Lady are still walking around. I have not had to chase them down the street yet.
It's gonna happen.
It will.
I have got to piss like a racehorse, so I got to shut this bitch down right
and,
now. We love you.
We love y'all. Take care of each other. Love each other. Be good to each other. Peace.
All right, thank you for listening to this episode of the Drunk Sports Podcast. Join us next time for more Drunk Sports Talk with Lance and Tim. They are hammered. Until next time, here's to ya.
We're all drunk.
This is the funnest night ever!